was once a blind girl. She didn't have parents. She lived in the orphanage with other children. Nobody loved her because she couldn't do a certain task. They thought she is useless. Even the foster parents treated her like an animal. Some children were just looking at her. Every time the foster parents maltreated her. So sad to see the disabled child treated not well. The foster parent told the eldest one not to help her. The man says,
I don't care.
She told also the children to teach her a lesson. Without a hesitation, the children grabbed sticks to hit her. They did it with no mercy. One of the children felt pity. She fell asleep. She could barely walk for what happened. She felt pain and sorrow. No one tried to comfort her. She tried her best to move and find a safe place to relax and let go the pain. She found a pen to spend her time to go by. She was crying, calling her mom to comfort her and cry on her shoulder. But she remained positive because she knew no one will ever comfort her. She noticed someone is at the door. That was the eldest one, planning something to her. She thought he could help her. The man approached her and brought her to the dining area. She agreed without hesitation and didn't know what will happen to her. She thought that they changed their mind and will comfort and help her. They gave her food to eat and served her. It seemed they were kind and generous. They provided what did she need. She was so happy for what they did for her. Perhaps it happened for a reason. She was so hungry and seemed she could eat a horse. The food was so delicious, and that was the first time she ate like that. She was so glad and satisfied. But some children were jealous because it never happened to them to have delicious food like that. But they never thought what will happen to her. So sad to the innocent girl. They granted her the food and everything. Some children knew about the plan. After a while, the man brought her to somewhere. She didn't have an idea what will happen next. They kept walking until they reached an old cave. He put her to middle of the cave, that no one can hear her when she cried. The girl kept on crying because she knew that something will happen to her. The man wanted to help her, but the foster parent wanted her to disappear. The man left the innocent girl, and the blind girl left behind. She kept crying. Perhaps someone could hear her. The old cave was so dark and so dangerous for the blind girl. It was full of poisonous snakes and wild animals. The blind girl tried to ask the man's conscience, but the man kept moving. She didn't know what to do because she was blind and she hasn't been there in this cave. However, something miracle happened. One of the children named Pedro followed them to that cave. Pedro kept looking and he found her. The girl noticed someone's footstep, and she tried to approach it. Perhaps she could help her. Then she knew that it was Pedro trying to help her. She hugged him and felt glad. Pedro brought her outside and looking a safe place for her. He tried to escape her from that dark place and unconscious people. He was so determined that he could escape her and brought her to someone that could provide her love and happiness. They kept moving and walking, despite of the heat of the sun, until they reached the bus stop. The bus has arrived. The girl kept crying because of the trauma happened to her. The bus stopped for a while to get the passengers' baggages. They were so busy putting all their things inside the bus. Then the boy sneakily walked towards the bus. When it left open, he put the girl inside to the luggage compartment. He thought this is only the way to escape her from the darkness. The boy was so glad and heartaches, looking the girl leaving the place. Finally, the girl was free now from this indecent people. That is only the part 1. Keep tuning in for the part 2. Please subscribe for more videos.